Hey, what's up? I've been doing a little bit of thinking lately, or just recently, I should say. And what I've been thinking about is the fact that, at the beginning of last year, or somewhere in the early portion of last year, YouTube and WMG had a parting of the ways. And as we saw at the end of last year, they had a reuniting. Basically renewed the partnership, if you will. Now, I know some people, like myself, when we try to post some of our fan vids or AMVs or whatever you want to call them with music associated with WMG, and some of that music still gets disabled. I think I have an idea as to why. Some of that music has not been officially released, yet back onto YouTube. In other words, WB is still working on certain music to be released. Now, there are some songs that are available to be used, or that can be used in fan vids and posted on YouTube as part of them. But there are some that have not yet been released. But give it time. Give it time. It's slowly a work in progress. Basically, they're rebuilding what they lost when they ended the partnership. Now, what's surprising about this, though, is that there's some other companies, as well, music groups, who also had some music disabled throughout the year, but has slowly decided to let that music become, return to YouTube. Let's say, for example, Sony Music Entertainment. Apparently, Sony Music Entertainment has a partnership with YouTube that allows people to click on an Amazon.com link or an iTunes link to download the song that's being used. And sometimes it even allows them to have the option of doing a ringtone of that song. The same goes with WMG. The same also goes for UMG. What's UMG? UMG is Universal Music Groups. And UMG, as many of you probably noticed, just like I did last year, disabled a lot of the content, or some of the content. Why? Because some of the content, I don't know why it happened, might have been associated with WMG. I could be wrong, but I think maybe what Universal was doing was they didn't want to take a chance answer something. Maybe they felt as though, I really don't know what they were thinking, but I think they had a good reason as to why some of the songs were disabled, in which some of those same songs can now be used once again on videos, on fan vids and cover videos and AMVs, whatever. Just my thought. Now, a lot of you might also notice that part of the agreement between all three music groups, WMG, Sony, and Universal, is the fact that they are ads that can be used. Now, WMG and Sony have something similar. Both their advertisements are basically showing, the song, who's singing the song, where it's from, and where you can download it. Either where you can download it as an MP3 or as a ringtone. Universal, however, is totally different. Universal allows you to basically have, and WMG also has the same thing. Well, WMG has the same thing as both has the same benefits as both Universal and Sony. But Universal has something that WMG, I guess, acquired in this new deal, and that's advertising. So Universal, Universal still has the links to Amazon and iTunes like Sony and WMG. But what Universal has instead is the advertisements for different sites, or shows, or businesses. That's their difference. But like I said, but getting back to what I was saying, doing a lot of thinking, I've come to realize that maybe it was because of the parting of the ways earlier last year between WMG and YouTube that companies like Universal took their music off because they wanted to make sure maybe some of it wasn't associated with WMG. Because let's not forget, some of the soundtracks had WMG artists or had duets between one of their artists and one of the WMG artists. So, anyway, I'm thinking, that's basically why, some of the music from Universal was taken off. Because maybe of that reason. I could be wrong. It's just my opinion. And again, for some of you that are wondering why certain music, WMG music, is not available just yet, even though an agreement's been made, it's because it's a slow rebuilding process. A slow rebuilding process, from what I see, and from what in my opinions, I see. It's just a slow rebuilding process between both sides. So when the time comes when they finally complete that rebuilding, everything will be okay. I think. Just my opinion, just my thought. But I thought I'd just get that off my mind. It's just something that, I've been thinking about. And tell me what you think. Comment down here on the comment boards here. Give a video response right here where you see the video response thing at. Click right there. Right on that button. And talk to you later.